link, and we'll see you on the charts.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Well, I think that was when we also ran out of storage. And of course, then what happened is some of the OPEC and non-OPEC countries got together. And what did they do? Cut production. And then, as you said, China, emerging markets, the BRICS, the catalyst for the world economy. And that's you're asking a broader question that's not just about oil, but what is going to be the growth catalyst for the world economy? You saw the other day, Christine Lagarde, the head of the IMF, expressing much more gloom about the world economy.
Right.
Best news is the United States. And, but there too, we're going to be affected. We're going to be affected by what happens globally, I'm afraid.
Oil affects everything. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. The market now today is up 315 points. That's right. Is this market over? Is this market crash? This correction? Is it over? Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot. These are corrections. A lot of profit taking. A lot of profit taking going on. This is when you start taking profits. Now, here's what they're going to tell you, though. And this is important. Oil. We had oil go down to a low of around $29.93. That was on Tuesday. Today, it went up 2%, and from Tuesday, up 7%. And there was a big applause for that. Big applause. Everybody was all happy. And the stock market rallied because of it. And the reason, I'll get into it in a little bit, but there's a lot of derivatives, and there's a lot of debt. These corporations in the oil industry, these companies borrowed a lot of money. And if oil drops below a certain point, below, like, say, $29.50, a lot of companies, their debt goes into default. And that's why today we're up 300 points, because when it hit off that low of that $29.93 and everybody was afraid it was going to break 29 and it would trigger all this debt, well, it didn't do it, and it came back up to 31.72, and everybody's happy and they're covering their short positions now, but it may be too early, and we'll talk about that. But first, I I could not have heard a better explanation of Obama's State of the Union address. Quote, it ranks right up there between a root canal and a colonoscopy. How true is that? But here's what I don't get. Why did he receive a massive 5 minutes of applause? I don't get that. Coming down the aisle, and everybody's kissing him and hugging the Messiah. Like, I didn't get that. What's the point? What did he accomplish to get that adulation, to get the kisses and the hugs and the applause and the backslapping? I was confused. I was totally confused. I mean, after all, his monetary policies have totally failed, causing slowest recovery out of all the past 11 recoveries. His is the worst. His sucks the worst. His food stamps from his policies, his monetary policies, his food stamps, for heaven's sakes, are growing 72 times faster than his jobs, but they're applauding? Well, his QE, monetary policy, quantitative easing, caused the biggest wealth inequality, the biggest wealth gap ever in our country's history. By intentionally increasing wealth of his buddies, of his supporters, his pals, the elitists, the smallest segment of the population, Wall Street and the 1 percentile, or 8 million households, he increased their wealth for them more than 62%. The smallest segment, 1% of the population, he did this for. Well, the rest of the population, or I should say the middle class, 111 million households, he threw under the bus. Well, Main Street, he threw us under the bus, dropping their wealth almost 30%, 28.2% to be exact. So his buddies, a very small segment of the population, 1%, their wealth screams. Main Street's wealth tanks. But there's this applause. There's this applause. How could it be? Is only the 1 percentile invited at the State of Allies or State of Union addresses? How could there be an applause? When Obama's quantitative easing, his monetary policy, he owns it. It's his. His belongs to him. In fact, Bernanke said that he would never use quantitative easing. He did a whole research paper on it. He researched Japan when they did. He said when they did it, Japan did it, it was a disaster. He would never use it, he said. Obama did. And what did that cause? When we started out, when Obama became president, we had 15,478 manufacturing plants, employed 426,000 people. Now we have half that. 7,855 plants and only employs 13,000 people. Not the 426,000, but there's an applause. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's good news, I guess. That's maybe they're applauding the crooks, and I'm misunderstanding. Are they applauding the crooks? Could that be it? In that room, the crooks are applauding each other? Because I don't understand how they would applaud a performance such as Obama's. Destroying our country. Under his healthcare program, Obamacare, they can't be possibly applauding this. Are they? Would they be applauding that program, Obamacare, he ended up swapping out full-time $58,000 a year construction and breadwinner jobs that paid $58,000 a year for part-time bartenders, waiters, bellhops, and so on? Is that what they're applauding for? Those people make $19,000. So he swapped out $58,000 jobs for $19,000, and they applaud him. They applaud him. Enough of the applause. How could there be an applause? Does this make any sense to you? So today the stock market rallied off its lows. When oil rallied to $31.72 from its low of $29.93 just a few days ago. Everybody was happy. But again, we got to be a little careful here. Obama's monetary policy, again. He loaned massive amounts of loan interest rate money. $2 trillion he loaned. Debt to the oil patch, to companies in the oil patch. That $2 trillion in debt was to generate a 3-to-1 increase in value to companies in the oil sector. When in January 2014, oil was at $100 a barrel. But it's not $100 a barrel anymore. It's at $29 a barrel, $29.93 or $31. Now that's not good because they loaded up on $2 trillion in debt with the promise they'd generate this 3-to-1 increase in value. Well, how are you going to generate a 3-to-1 increase in value by dropping from $100 a barrel down to $30 a barrel? All you're going to see is bankruptcies. But maybe they're applauding that. Yeah, that's it. It's got to be it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgage to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Phil's Gang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Phil's Gang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, many people left the stock market after the crash, and here's why.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's still going on. That's your planner. They don't represent you. They represent themselves, your money manager. But you have to make a change. You can't change them. You make the change. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so that we can take care of you. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect. I wouldn't be surprised at what's happening. I wouldn't blame it on China. We're always looking for excuses.
That's right. Don't blame it on China. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, Phil's Gang, and that's Fisher. And Fisher was a member of the Federal Reserve Board, one of the 11 members. Now he's admitting that this entire stock market rally has been rigged to the upside. It's been front-loaded. How they front-loaded? Using the Federal Reserve to print money, to borrow money, so they could give people money at 0% interest. Who? Wall Street, not Main Street people. Now that we understand that this has been a bubble, I told you it's been a bubble, now's the time to get ready to catch the next crash. This will be the third crash. Get ready now. Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and learn how to short stocks. You can't do that with your 401k. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. I'm here to help you. I'm tired, and you should be tired, of listening to these financial shows like CNBC where they're all geniuses and they're always wrong. Look, stop worrying about the price to book and the price to sales and all the stuff they tell you you think you need to know. You don't need to know any of that. Anybody can make money in the stock market using charts. It's about money flow. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
It's not too much of a stretch to say that some of the only people in America who are going to work the same job in the same place with a health and retirement package for 30 years are sitting in this chamber.
Did you hear them laugh? I don't think that's much to laugh about. Do you? It's the only group that's going to do fine. What happened to our mutual funds? See, these gangsters, and maybe that's why they're applauding each other. Maybe somebody held a sign up and said, let's applaud the gangsters in this room. They're going to be just fine with their retirement, but you're not going to be, especially with the 401k. You're not going to be. You can sit there all day long, have your planners, your money man, whoever takes care of your money tell you, oh, you're going to be just fine. You're not. You're not going to be fine. Now, I don't like coming on here and being doom and gloom, but I like coming on here and telling you the truth because I'm the only one who's telling you the truth. You're not going to be fine with a 401k. It's impossible to be fine with a 401k. When every day they trade your stocks, they hide the trading of those stocks, and they steal like $250 million a day in commissions from you. And you can't find it no matter, you can try to get anybody to try to find where they did that. Call your planner tonight or call whoever takes care of your money and say, I want to see how much I paid last year in my 401k mutual fund and commissions where they're burning and churning me. I want you to break it out for me. You want to roll somebody's underwear up pretty quick? Ask that question. Ask that question, see what they tell you. It's terrible. It's terrible. And all the applauding of the president, he loves to tout his successful economic record. Oh, boy, did he. A crowning achievement he was laying out there for us. All this applause over his crowning achievement. There wasn't anything that was an achievement. What was the achievement? It's crazy. His monetary policy has killed Main Street. Main Street got slaughtered by the 1 percentile, made a fortune. Now, here's what's really important, what we got to watch now in the market. Let's go to the Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And remember, St. Jude, when you subscribe to Phil's Gang, all we ask is that when we help you and you're doing well, once you subscribe, that you'd send to St. Jude money. But we only ask you to send if you're doing well. It's our job to assist you and to make sure you are doing well. It's our job to assist you with charting, because charting makes sense. Fundamentals are ridiculous, but charting does make sense. How can you have fundamentals when his policies and Bush's policy before him gave us a fake economic GDP growth rate of 2%? It's not 2%. Are you kidding? It's barely a 0.5% to 1%. He's given us fake money, fake jobs. We know that, for God's sakes, the jobs are horrible. On paper, they look great. We talk about it all the time. They look great on paper. Create all these millions of jobs. When you go look at these jobs, they're awful. Bellhops, hot dog vendors, all part-time crappy jobs. Only 26,000 jobs. He averages a month, 225,000 a month. That's what he creates. He averages. Only 26,000 of those jobs are real good jobs. That's it. That's it. We got fake jobs, fake prices, fake income growth, fake financial stability. We're in earnings season right now. This is earnings season. Wait till you see the earnings come out. Oh, they're going to be wonderful. Always, everything is going to be wonderful. Because they even cheat. They use EBITDA. EBITDA, E-B-I-T-D-A, stands for you don't have to deduct expenses like interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. Who ever ran a business and were given that kind of luck? That I don't have to expense those so I can show a big profit? What are you, nuts? And the amount of companies right now in the Dow and the S&P, the public companies using what they call adjusted earnings, which is EBITDA, E-B-I-T-D-A, has risen from 70% in 2010 to 95% today. 95%. So 95% of the companies that are reporting tonight are not expensing their true expenses. They're not deducting their expenses. That's why you can't depend on fundamentals. Are you nuts? You're getting fake numbers. So all we need to look at is the money that's going into the company. That's all you can do. If the big guys are buying it, you and I will buy it. So let's take a look. Let's go to some of these stocks. Let's look at some of the oil stocks today. Let's look at some of the oil stocks. Let's take our stock, Schlumberger. It's one of the best stocks. Now, Schlumberger, as I told you, if you were a gang member, and let me give you the number to subscribe, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. I'm not suggesting that you get rid of your 401k, throw it away. I know that's not practical. But I'm giving you an alternative. I'm going to give you something that will assist you so that you won't lose the money that you've already lost. Look at the money you've already lost in the stock market, which you didn't have to lose. If you were with us when the stock market went down almost 12% here, you'd be up 12%. You would have made 12% return in the S&P, or say 10%, round it out to 10%. Did you make a 10% return? No, you didn't. But let's take oil. Now, oil is going to be interesting. We sold oil short, SLB, on November 9th when it was at $78. The low today was $61, $62. So let's think about that. That's a 20% return you would have had by subscribing to my gang. Schlumberger is one of our 5 stocks, and if you're using my PT2 chart, that's the return you would have had right there. Not making it up. 877-600-GANG. We'll look at some more oil stocks when we get back. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgage to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're hitting a new year, and you should, at the same time, come in with a new attitude, a new philosophy that you're going to make money when the stock market goes down. That's right. This is the third bubble, and you don't think it's going to crash? The first bubble did. The dot-com, the second bubble, the housing and financial con. Why do you think the third bubble, which is twice as big as the 2 previous bubbles, is any different? It's not different. Matter of fact, it's worse. It's going to go down faster. The stock market is going to go down 50%. You're going to lose 50% of the money you have in the stock market. You're going to lose 45% of the equity you have in your home. You're going to lose 30% of the money you have in your savings. Yes, you are. Trust me. Join my gang, Phil's Gang, so that we can show you how to benefit, how to profit But you can't just sit there and own a stock. You got to learn how to short the market. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Phil's Gang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Phil's Gang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, everybody, the Hot Stocks Apple or Google, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What people don't understand is every stock is the same. If the institutions buy it, it goes up. If they don't, it goes down. It doesn't matter the name. That's why we use charts to identify money in, money out. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You ever notice they always tell you to buy, but they never tell you to sell? They never tell you to sell. Well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you understand. When you buy a stock, and if all you do is buy, and you never sell short to make money where they're going down, you have to be so good. That means you got to buy the companies that are always going up. Nobody's that good. Nobody could possibly be that good. You got to make money just like you make money when you buy a stock. You got to make money when a stock goes down. That's how you even the playing field. That's how professionals make money. They make money going up and make money going down, but they don't tell you that. They just want you to try to make money going up. They don't want you to make money going down because they make that money on you. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Learn how to short stocks at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, it used to be, hey, what's that hot stock? There's no hot stocks anymore. You know what it's all about now? It's identifying when to get in the market, when to get out. And why? Because the market is rigged. It's rigged to go up. There's nothing better. It's rigged to go up. It's called quantitative easing. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Have fun with us in a rigged market.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And the word compromise is absolutely fine. But if you're going to compromise, ask for about 3 times more than you want. You understand? So that when you compromise, you get what you want. Okay.
Well, maybe Congress should learn how to compromise. They should compromise. You know, and I want to get some stocks right away because I want to help you with your stocks, but I got to tell you this. I don't understand the applause that Obama got. Do you know he doubled the amount of people who get a disability check? Doubled them. And 38.1% of the people who receive disability, $12,000 a year disability, plus they get food stamps, plus all the other stuff they get. Over 30%, they don't have any disability. They're healthy as you and I are. It's easy to get on disability. Now, he's made it so easy where when you run out of 99 weeks of unemployment, you immediately go and get your $12,228 check. That's what you get. You make $12,220 doing nothing, staying at home, getting a disability check, and you're healthy as I am. They tried to get a 19% cut, the Republicans, to 10,000. They went nuts. They went nuts. No, because it would cost them votes. It would cost them votes. Cost them votes. I'm going to tell you something. This act, the Social Security Act that they put in August 14th, 1935, is the worst act ever. The worst law ever. We're telling people not to work. This country, when people came over from Europe, and then they got in their wagons and went west to build this great country, can you imagine if the people today, let's reverse it, was today, we took all the people today and we sent them to some country to develop it? None of them wanted to work. They wouldn't know how to work. They wouldn't know how to do it. Nobody would hook up the oxen. They'd all be laying around waiting for checks. Who'd hook up the oxen? You couldn't even get you couldn't even get a buckboard out there. You couldn't get a wagon out there. Isn't that ridiculous? We are encouraging people. We're telling people, don't work. Vote for me. Will you promise to vote for me if I give you free stuff? This is crazy. This Social Security is a joke. We're broke. We're so broke, our roads, our bridges, we can't fix them. But, we're going to go back to Iraq, though. Unbelievable. Let's get to the market, because here's what I can do for you. Let me reach out to you and help you. I want you to be as comfortable as my gang members were all the last 8 days. When this market was going down, they were as comfortable. They knew the market was going down. I anticipated that the market was going down back in May. How? Because of a chart. I positioned them so they could sleep at night. They knew they could make money at night. At night, when they went to bed, they didn't have to worry about, I better call my broker in the morning and see what I should do. No. They knew they were making money. And they're part of that decision process. And I'm not saying sitting there with charts and working every night with charts. Nothing. You come to my coffee talk in the morning if you want. It's archived. Learn a little bit about what's going on in the market. I go over my charts. Here, give me an example. Let's take Caterpillar, one of our stocks. On my chart, we had a sell signal on December 2nd. Sell signal on December 2nd. And this was on my PT2. And I said, okay, when it turns red, sell short. It's still red today. Still red today. And you know what the return on that is right now? I'm not making that up. Right now, that return on Caterpillar is about 16%. About 16%. Let's say 10%. Let's say 10%. I'll be real conservative. Give me the numbers. The number, it was about $72 down to around $60. So that's 16%. So let's say 10%. Make it even easier for you. What is wrong with getting a comfort? All I want to do is reach out to you and give you that comfort level. I want you to know that when the next time we have a bubble, next time we're in this bubble, I want you to understand that when this market collapses, and then the next market will collapse. See, we're always going to have a bubble. Once this bubble collapses, this is the third bubble, we're going to have a fourth and a fifth and a sixth. We're going to continue to have bubbles. We are bubble machines. We make bubbles. That's what Congress does. That's what Wall Street does, rather. Wall Street now makes bubbles because why? Because they shipped all the good jobs overseas. And when you ship all the high-paying $38, $48, $58 overseas, and you leave back here the $12 to $18 jobs, there's not enough money to buy stuff. So how do you make money? How do companies make money? They don't. So they have to create this fake growth, fake money. So we create fake money to create fake growth, to give this fake money to these hedge funds, these Wall Street gangsters, so they push the stock market up so it's fake. Then we create fake jobs. We tell everybody, look at the jobs we have created. Wow, look at the jobs I created. And everybody applauds with the jobs that he created. Ever notice the big applause? The big applause. He's created all these jobs. What jobs? They're garbage jobs. So those are fake jobs. But they're going to create those fake jobs to say these, and they're going to create a fake stock market to cover up the fake pricing in the stock market. And the big boys make money, a lot of money. You got to decide to be part of making that money. You think Social Security is going to take care of you? Of course not. And because now Social Security has taught people, and Obamacare is now ingrained in people, don't work. A disincentive to work. Disability checks, Obamacare is a disincentive to work. We don't have a productive nation anymore. We don't produce anything anymore. We borrow stuff. We buy cars. So let's take a look. I just gave you Caterpillar. That was a wonderful stock. I gave you 2 stocks. Now, when Schlumberger, our oil stock dropped, Schlumberger, and that dropped about, I think that was about a 20% return. Caterpillar, 16% return. But here's the beautiful thing. We're going to know now when they're going to go back up. So we're going to keep our money that we've made. We don't have to worry about losing it. And then we know when it's going to have the transition of going back up. And we'll catch it on the way back up. Doesn't it make sense that you look at a company, you don't need to know anything about it. All you got to know is who owns these companies. As long as they're institutionally owned, and your computer shows you when they're putting money in, and you then put your money in, and when they take their money out, when it drops 20% or goes up 20%, why can't you follow that? Why can't you copycat that? Why do you think you need to hire somebody to do that? You really need somebody? You don't. Now, we got another good stock, another nice stock that we've been working with, okay, is IBM. Goldman Sachs, what a wonderful stock that's been. Goldman Sachs, let me give you that number. We had a sell signal on Goldman Sachs on November 13th at $192, a sell signal, 192. Today, it went to 156. Well, that's an 18% return. So that's 18% on Goldman Sachs. That's 20% on Schlumberger. And then you got Caterpillar, 16%. I'm not lying. There they are. And so you got to participate in this. Now here, just think about this. If you made that, let's say we'll just even off. Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs, Caterpillar, Schlumberger. Let's say you made a 10% return on all 3 as the market dropped here in the last 8 days. Now you're going to make money on the way back up. Doesn't that make sense? Isn't that what you should be doing? Subscribe right now to Phil's Gang, and then just remember to help St. Jude. 877-600-GANG. Steven's right there, and Denise, take your call.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know we're going to have not only a stock market crash in 2016, but a housing crash in 2016. Don't you like how they tell us the housing's in recovery and the market's in recovery and the economy's in recovery? When it's not. It's in a bubble. Take housing. They loaned to a Wall Street firm called Blackstone. $7 billion. They buy 41,000 houses to go rent. Are you nuts? When they can't collect the rents anymore, those houses are going on the market and going to depress the real estate business by 30 or 40%. It's the same thing with stocks. They loan people money 600% more than they ever did before to buy stocks. That's all debt. And when the market goes down, they're going to have to dump those stocks to pay back that debt. And boy, will the market drop. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, sitting through the State of the Union speech ranks somewhere between a colonoscopy and a root canal, especially when you have to listen to this.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
He's the fiction. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Subscribe today. philsgang.com, where you get the truth.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect. I wouldn't be surprised at what's happening. I wouldn't blame it on China. We're always looking for excuses.
That's right. Don't blame it on China. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang, and that's Fisher. And Fisher was a member of the Federal Reserve Board, one of the 11 members. Now he's admitting that this entire stock market rally has been rigged to the upside. It's been front-loaded. How they front-loaded? Using the Federal Reserve to print money, to borrow money, so they could give people money at 0% interest. Who? Wall Street, not Main Street people. Now that we understand that this has been a bubble, I told you it's been a bubble, now's the time to get ready to catch the next crash. This will be the third crash. Get ready now, join my gang, Phil's Gang, and learn how to short stocks. You can't do that with your 401k. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
AMVA, and I've lost over 30K on it, but it had excellent earnings the last several quarters. And if they make the cameras and drone equipment, I don't know why it's so weak these days.
It's so weak these days because you don't pay attention to what they make. You don't care about their earnings. The problem is the institutions are pulling their money out, and that's all you need to know, and that's what we identify in the chart, and that's why I become a Phil's Gang member.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know we're going to have not only a stock market crash in 2016, but a housing crash in 2016. Don't you like how they tell us the housing's in recovery and the market's in recovery and the economy's in recovery? When it's not. It's in a bubble. Take housing. They loaned to a Wall Street firm called Blackstone. $7 billion. They buy 41,000 houses to go rent. Are you nuts? When they can't collect the rents anymore, those houses are going on the market and going to depress the real estate business by 30 or 40%. It's the same thing with stocks. They loan people money 600% more than they ever did before to buy stocks. That's all debt. And when the market goes down, they're going to have to dump those stocks to pay back that debt. And boy, will the market drop. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Secure Social Security, they have to do it. People have a contract. We all have a contract. I don't need mine, by the way. And by the way, I think if somebody doesn't want it, give it up. But it's got to be that person's decision. Okay? It's got to be that person. You know, I have friends that are worth hundreds of millions and billions of dollars that get Social Security. They don't even know the check comes in. They'll never see the check.
And this administration is spending $200 billion a year, literally, paying able-bodied men not to work. So that means resources aren't going to the people who really need it. This is crazy stuff. But they're applauding. They're applauding. It's amazing. Let's take a look at another stock. Goldman Sachs. Now, we're going to know on Goldman Sachs when it's going to go the other way. So if you subscribe right now, the stocks that we have, Schlumberger, Goldman Sachs, Intel, IBM, Caterpillar, every day we work with you, we caught those stocks dropping. Now we're going to catch them going back up. If they go up, they may not go up. But we'll know if they do. We'll be prepared and we'll have you in a position. But here's the thing. You're going to sleep at night because you're going to know you're okay. Because you're going to know that you don't have to worry anymore about a market crash. You're going to embrace a market crash because you're going to have the tools and be prepared. We're going to aid you in that market crash. You're going to be fine. You don't got to work at night or study anything or go to all these classes. And you can do all that. Like going to college? No, you can come to, everything's online. God, everything's archived. The easiest thing is the PT2, where you get the buy and sell signal. Just subscribe. Just try it. It works. So, now we're going to have also one of the best years. You watch what happens. If oil settles out right where it is now, around 29, 30 bucks, and stays here and builds a base. You watch. This year will be one of the best years for oil, and we're going to make sure you catch it. My gang will catch the rally in oil before anybody else. You watch. But going back to this applause, I don't get. Not only did Obama's monetary policies at home fail, but his foreign policies. Obama has a confrontation going with Putin, the last guy on earth we want, that nut. Now Obama, who said we would not go back into Iraq, is going back into Iraq. Believe me, we all would love to go back and kick the arses of the sandal-wearing Toyota AK-47 touting Islamic animals. We'd all love to get another piece of them, another shot at them, of course. We'd all applaud. But we're out of money. We're busted. 19 trillion in funded debt, 126 trillion unfunded debt. When we can't repair our roads and our bridges, we're out of money. I don't think we should be going back to Iraq. Are you kidding? Going back to Iraq? By cranking up the printing machine? Borrowing more money? And every time we print up the machine or borrow more money, then the money in your wallet and your savings goes down in value. So what you needed once $1 to buy, you need now $3 to buy to go to Iraq. How could there be an applause? How? Not only is our country broke, but the people are broke because of Obama's policies. And I'm not just blaming Obama. Bush, too. He created a fake wealth effect. When we average 225,000 jobs a month in new jobs, it doesn't help when the bulk of the jobs are garbage jobs. They result in the lowest wages, jobs that have the lowest wages in 20 years. We have crappy jobs. How could there be an applause, which means we can't raise 18.4 cents per gallon excise tax on gasoline? We can't raise the 24.4 cents on diesel. We can't raise the gasoline tax or the diesel tax because people are so broke we can't raise it to fix our highways and our bridges. Because our trucks need decent roads and bridges for commerce that don't fall down. You got to keep the economy moving. Because of these poor conditions of our highways and our bridges, because of his monetary policies are so bad, we lose $101 billion a year. Think about this. $101 billion a year is lost each year to the waste of time and the waste of fuel because of the congestion on our highways. Have you ever got caught on all my listeners in California? Am I right? My listeners everywhere. Aren't I right? How many times do you sit in the line on your way home? That's because we don't have any money to upgrade our highway systems. But we're going to go to Iraq. The more that we go to Iraq, the more we go to the more we love to kick these people right in the teeth, believe me. These are animals. These are animals. But we got to take care of home. If we don't have a strong home, we don't have a strong homeland, and we don't continue with a good, strong commerce, and we can't compete. When a company comes over here, looks at our highways, and he says, okay, I would love to buy that building. I want to employ 400 people here. I'm a company from France. He looks around. He sees the congestion. It's going to take him more wasted time to get his trucks to the airport because they have to wait in line for an hour, 2 hours, back and forth, waste the fuel. But he'll go to Canada. They'll go to Canada and they'll build their plant in Canada instead because they don't have that problem. But it would be nice if we created jobs that were $58,000 jobs instead of $12 an hour jobs. Then we could raise that tax and people would welcome it, because we'd be creating jobs. We don't do it. $101 billion a year lost because of his policies. But what did we hear the other night? Yay! Yeah! Oh, yeah. Great guy. Genius. He's a genius. He's a speaker, I can tell you that. Now, the rally's not going to last. Because we haven't fixed the underlying problems. We get this little rally today. Everybody's all excited. We closed up 221 points. We're all excited now because oil came off the low around $23, because they know if it went below that, the derivatives would kick in, defaults would kick in, and be a mess. But they're able to move it up, get oil back up above that critical area, Get back above $30, so everybody's celebrating like it's over. It's not over. It's not over. That's why it's important that, please, I know you're in these 401ks. I know you lost money, and especially in the last week or two. You wouldn't have lost money with me. It's real easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. Goldman Sachs. Look at Goldman Sachs, how easy that would have been. Goldman Sachs. You're a gang member. I'd point it out to you. You had two choices. You could be in it for 2 or 3 days on PT1, or you take PT2, you can run it for 2 or 3 months. Then you looked at it, so simple. So simple. There's the cell signal I pointed out, so you know exactly where the cell signals are. And then you make money on the way down. I don't get it. So this rally today won't last because we haven't fixed the underlying problems of low savings, the lowest labor participation rate since 1955, the massive debt that we have, and the massive decline in manufacturing and industrial production, the decline in retail sales, the decline in household spending, disposable income, durable goods, all due to lack of good full-time jobs. Instead, we have lousy jobs, stagnant wages, no overtime. Now, here's what's interesting. Obama and his administration rejected a deal wanted to be cut to fix our bridges, to bring billions of dollars over here to fix our bridges and our roads. Would have been a beautiful thing. We said to the companies overseas, how about if we lower your taxes? We'll drop your tax rate way down on the money that you're hoarding overseas because you don't want to bring it over here. We'll do a one-time deal. We'll drop your taxes way down. You can take your money, bring it over here. You can put it back in your company, hire more people, and we'll take that money. We'll take that tax money at a much lower rate. We'll take that tax money at a much lower rate so we can fix our bridges and so forth, and our highways, even our schools. Nope. Instead, let's raise the taxes. He wanted to raise the tax. Yeah, that's a great idea. Great idea. I don't get this applause. I don't get the applause. The applause. Here's what I want you to get. I only have a few seconds left. Subscribe right now to Phil's Gang, 877-600-GANG, so at night you can sleep at night knowing when the market's going down, you'll be making money. Join my gang now, philsgang.com. Denise is there to take your call, and so is Steve.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Do you think gold is money?
No.